We are a little late starting our meal prep today. On the list today, we have apple cinnamon baked oatmeal for breakfast and the chicken burrito bowls for lunch. So I'm going to start with peeling and coring 6 apples for our apple cinnamon bake. I only asked for 2, but we're going to triple it like we normally do because one recipe only makes 8 servings. Please go. in the bottom here so we can make our mixture to go over top now. So it's nice and even. And then use this bowl and put all my peels and cores in there, and I will separate them before we give them to the birds. They love this stuff. So now we are, says 4 cups of oats. Since we are tripling, it's going to be 12. That's 4. That's 2. And 1 more. A lot, but it'll hold us for the week. And then 3 1/3 cup of, supposed to be plain unsweetened, but they gave me, well, it is unsweetened. Okay. So it's going to be times 3 on everything, because we're tripling it. So it's going to be 3 1/3 3 times. I can get this off. There we go. And this is the 3rd. And then we're doing 2 teaspoons of baking powder 3 times. 6 of them. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. And then 1 tablespoon times 3 of ground cinnamon. vanilla. It is 4 teaspoons. We're going to do that 3 times. And it's going to be 12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12. Anyway, there's a little extra. That is okay. Now, with the eggs, I'm going to mix that separate. Because obviously, the eggs, it's 8 eggs for 1 batch. We have to triple that. So that's not going to fit in here. So I'm going to mix this first. Then in another bowl, we're going to do the eggs. And then we'll combine them. I know this is meant for dough, but I like mixing with it because it works so well. Incorporates everything. There's that. I'm going to just let that sit. And I'm going to get another bowl, and we're going to mix all the eggs up. Just so I can put my eggshells in it. Try to do 8 more. same thing, scramble them, and then I'm going to mix them more. By the time we're done, they will all be mixed and incorporated. That in here. And then we're going to grab more of the mixture we just made and incorporate that in. Try not to make a mess all over the counter. It's all going to be mixed at the end, so it really doesn't matter how it's done as long as it's all cooked. So it's 8 eggs to every 4 cups of the mixture. May have to get another baking dish out and separate, but deal with that one next year. So we're going to do it in the oven, not the Instapot. This has our black beans in there. They were soaking for 30 minutes in the Instapot. That's our lunch, our lunches. So we are going to do 8 more. Okay, so it keeps kicking me out. I don't know how much you guys seen, but we are making apple cinnamon breakfast bar bake. I am going to separate the apples into 2 and just spread it out. You want it even on the baking dish. And then we're going to spread these guys out. Right over top of it. And our goal is to have our breakfast and lunch already done and prepped, so we don't have anything to worry about, especially the ones that leave the house. Goal is to spread it evenly. They look good and smell amazing. Oh, they are ready to go in. As soon as it's done preheating, we will put those in. And now we are going to clean up this recipe mess and get ready for the next one, because our chicken also has to go in here to cook before we assemble. And then I have to do the rice. So let's get to cleaning. Now we're going to release the steam out of the beans. It's already done, which is fine. Yep, they're ready to go. We have to rinse them, and then I'm just going to put them in this bowl so we can get the chicken in. drain it first. This is our homemade chicken broth. And it says 2 cups per stuff. So we're going to do 6 cups. And then we're going to add the rice into it as well. And the seasoning. So 2 more cups. And then that will make our 6. And then it says 2/3 cups of brown rice. We are going to use this times 3. And then as the chicken cooks, the rice will cook as well. Two and 3. Okay. And this will cook for 25 minutes. Put everything in an Instapot, set it for 25 minutes, and when it is done, we will be back. Alright, we are back. The pressure Instapot is done. We are going to release. We will mix the beans, and I will take the meat off the chicken. And then in a separate bowl, we will add the drained, diced tomatoes, the garlic, the crushed red pepper, cayenne. I don't have a lime, but I do have lemon juice. So we're going to incorporate that. And then we are going to add cilantro. And I already did the chicken stock, that's why it's draining. And I will just clean it up when it's completely done. Okay. It's making a mess all over my kitchen. Get its tail and cover it so it can do its thing and not make a mess all over my kitchen. So while we're waiting for that, I'm going to get Rose to help open these cans. Can you open those 6 cans, please? And then we are going to add everything into with the beans that we already did. We're going to add everything into one. And then our very last thing that we are to do is to get our bowls to sort and cut these and these for our breakfast and our chicken burrito bowls for our lunches. And then that'll be it for today. And then tomorrow I will be back in the kitchen to do our granola and our cracker / chips that the kids like. and then I will do some hummus that my husband likes to dip them into. So that will be our healthy snacks for the week on top of our yogurt that the granola goes on. So I definitely gonna have to come back through and wipe all of this down.
You think?
Maybe. I don't know. Still debating. Rosie goes, you think? I don't know. It's debatable. So I'm gonna crack it. Oh yeah. And it's still nice and bubbly, so that works wonders. So I will take the chicken with the tongs out because it still has the skin and the bone on it for the extra flavor. And then I will leave the stalk in there and add the beans into it, the tomatoes, the tomatoes into it, and we will make our bottom, and then we will just add the chicken on top of it as our burrito roll. I need the other two as well. Please and thank you. So please and thank you. You are. So you are? Okay. Bring it all this way. So we're working over here. Bring the cutting board. So, you're going to dump it in there, and then when you're done with that, just hold it there, and then
Am I adding something else?
you're doing all of them. Just do them all.
And then if there's any left, I'll go back.
When you're done, let me know, and I'll switch the camera somewhere else. Throwing beans everywhere and doing anything else not supposed to. So it's throwing beans everywhere.
Alrighty. Guessing throw these away?
Yes. Alright, so Rose did that. All I'm doing is picking through here, leaving the skin, and taking the meat off. Give me a fork, please, so I'm not going to burn my fingies. My fingies. And we're just going to scrape the meat off. Because it's literally that simple. I love that, huh?
I'm going to go finish eating.
Okay. Thank you for helping. And when I get ready to dish out, I will. I'll let you know. It's my helper. She does a great job. And if I wind up finding skin or anything that doesn't belong along the process, I will just take it out as we go. I think that's it. A little gristle. But for the most part, that's it. Besides I'm just making sure I go over it. Don't want any gristle or bone or skin in here. So, hoping I didn't miss anything. So now, what we're going to do over here, I've already added the beans into it. As we start ladling, I have a ladle that has holes in it, so it'll start draining that broth, and we will not throw it away. We will save it. So I have the mason jar for that. But now we're going to add the canned tomatoes. Trying not to make a mess in the meantime. And then get in here and stir it all up. Turn the saute on so it'll warm it up so we can blend all this seasoning we're about to put in. Pepper flakes, the more you put in, the spicier it gets. I will not be IMS because some of my girls don't really care for the spice so much. So I do put a little bit of that. This is the cayenne, same thing. So I'm just going to sprinkle some on there and eyeball it. Normally it would be 3 teaspoons for one recipe. That would just be too much if I added 9. And then same thing for the red pepper. We do like the sweet heat, but not overpowering. Same thing with, it asked for cilantro, but I don't have cilantro. So what I added was what I had on hand. I have coriander, I have everything else, but I don't have cilantro. I must have used it and not realized it. I'm going to let this simmer for a few minutes, and then we are going to go over and work on our breakfast and sorting those out. That's it. And then we're going to come over here and work on these. Alright, I got our bowls. Breakfast is going to go in these. And then I have leftover of these. We are going to cut, I probably have more than what I need, which is fine. But we are still going to cut serving size, just so we have what we need, not overeating. All we need is 20, and pretty sure we're going to have more than what we need. Just fine. I did let these sit and cool in hopes that it would make it easier to bring out. These are kind of like an upside down pineapple cake in that sense, but instead of that, it is apples on the top, which looks really good. So I'm going to get these bowled up, and I'll show you what they look like when we're done. This is our breakfast sandwich. I am actually excited to try this. I do have plenty more here that will go in a separate container to be tried. This is our weekend Saturday meal prep, and whatever is left will be for throughout the week. But all I have is to lid these up. These are done, and then we will get them in the refrigerator. But this is what's left, and this is what everybody can try while I make everything else. So I had enough to double the recipe in each bowl and still have a little left over. So these are their meals or lunches for the week. Now we are going to lid them up and put them away. It is simple, healthy, easy. It is simple, easy, healthy. Still get your protein. It's well balanced. And to make these weekly meals, including 5 different dinners, only cost me $122. Why? Because I grow half the stuff that we need. We don't have the meat coming in right now. We don't have the rice. The tomatoes are just put out there. But for the most part, we grow our own stuff. So I'm able to go out into the garden or in my pantry where I have my canned stuff and pull it. That saves every dollar. Every dollar. And that's why I'm able to start doing the healthy meals for my family. We have made this I think this is our 4th week of this, and it has been delicious. I haven't had any complaints. I actually had a repeat on a meal that was turned from a dinner to a lunch. That is on the last video. The California roll in a bowl. It was very much a hit in this house. And then this is also, I believe, going to be a hit. Now, if they want to take sour cream, I do have that. If they want to add in the little container down here at the bottom that's empty, cheese or something that they can add on to the top later on, that's fine. I have all that. I do not buy pre-shredded or try not to. I get block and shred it myself, so it is fresh, or I make it. That way it does not have the powder that they put on it to keep it from sticking. So, with that being said, thank you guys. I appreciate it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great weekend.